friends. It's week 9 of flower for the Gelato Kiss in my 5-plant, 1 light budget grow. If you're tuning in for the first time, we're underneath an HLG600H R-SPEC light. The R-SPEC is for red spec, which is for flowering, but this light will do a decent veg as well, so you can use that light from start to finish. Okay, as you can see, we're using a trellis net. We did that to even out the canopy earlier on. I did it later than normal. I did it in week 4 of flower. I usually do it in week 3, but it worked out fine. And we got some good growth below the net too, as you can see. And we're using my homemade Hempy pots. I love these, they work great. In flower, I only have to feed every other day. And we're using Canna coco, and we're using Canna nutrients. Okay, a question I get asked a lot, especially by new growers, is when should I harvest? Or I'll see pictures of their plants and they'll say, are these ready? In a couple of the grow groups that I'm in. And the thing is, if you're going by looks, in person or by a picture, what you want to look for is the pistils. Don't know why I can't get that to focus. When the pistils on the plant are all white, standing up, hairy looking, that tells me you're weeks away. Probably 4 to 5 weeks away. Even though the buds look big, they're getting some color. If those pistils are still growing, still shooting up, they got a ways to go. And what you want to look for is what you're looking at right here. The pistils have all shrunken in. They're tight to the bud. And that indicates to me that it's time to start checking trichomes, which these look like this. I've been checking since week 7, but I knew they wouldn't be done the fastest as 8 weeks. But another thing you can do if you're not sure when to harvest, if I don't like touching my buds much, but if you give them a little squeeze, and if that flower feels like it's got a little squish to it, and I'm not saying squeeze hard, just a light little, and if you feel any sort of squish, that plant is not ready yet. But that one right there that I just gave a little squeeze, that was rock hard. When the buds are hard, that indicates it's time to harvest. Another indicator is the plants are going to start drinking a lot less, which these are drinking half of what they were taking in. And when we get to that point, we definitely want to check the trichomes. And I like to harvest at the peak high, peak THC, your peak aromas, your peak flavors, your peak cannabinoids, your highest terpene profile. That's all going to be when the trichomes are all completely cloudy, but usually you can't get all cloudy without a few amber. If there's no amber, I guarantee you, you've got a few clear trichomes left. And clear trichomes are not ready. But these right here, I could harvest these right now. I'm pretty much all cloudy, how I like it. And it's got about, I'm lucky if I even got 2% amber, but that percentage is all on the top colas above the net. So there's just a little bit of amber on those top colas. The bottom colas, or flowers, buds, they're pretty much just cloudy, but I'm sure because I'm not seeing any amber on them, there's still some clear ones. They're just hard to see. But by going one more week, because like I said, I could harvest them right now. They're at the peak pretty much. But if I go one more week, these plants will put on a little more weight, get a little denser, a little heavier, and we get a little bigger harvest. Now, if you're looking for a nighttime smoke or a couch lock, then you wouldn't want to harvest next week. You'd probably want to go 2 more weeks and take it to 30% amber. And 30% amber will get you your couch lock, your sleepy buzz. So if you're looking for something to help you sleep, definitely take it to 30% amber. But it's a totally different high. It's more of a body buzz. I like to stay awake and alert, and I like it to be at its peak flavors, peak aroma, peak everything I said before. So we're gonna harvest next Sunday. So today's Monday, we're gonna harvest in 6 more days. Okay. I appreciate all the likes, all the comments. Really appreciate it when you guys share my videos. I know they're just rinky-dink, but I am trying to help other growers grow. So if you have any questions, just ask. I'm happy to help. I've been at this a long time. I'm happy to share my knowledge on it. Anything I can do to help you get better and achieve your best. So we got 12 more of these Gelato Kiss at my buddy's house, and we'll both be harvesting next Sunday. And this is the end of our Gelato Kiss seeds that we had. We've been hunting for a while, off and on. We've got another mother going, our best one so far. But we're going to see if we can find something even better. But so far, they've all been pretty close. Elevate does a really good job in their breeding. And it's all turned out pretty good. Okay, folks. That's it for this week's edition. I'll see you next week in week 10. And we're going to chop these babies down. You have a great day.